This rod up here is getting action. I believe he's got it. Let's reel down on him. Get this morning started here. Yeah, he's got it. That fish has got it, man. That's on a skipjack body section. Y'all, I did not film an intro when I set up this morning because it was still dark and I didn't want to set up my light. Just wasn't feeling it this morning, but I thought if I catch me a fish, we'll just film it as I reel it in. What I've done here is I've set up on a secondary channel. We've got quite a bit of flow right now, just due to the extra rain we've had here lately. And even in the secondary channel, there's pretty decent current flow over here too, but it's lighter than what's out in the main channel. And in situations like this, I have found that these secondary channels can be hot spots because these fish will oftentimes move over here to get out of that heavier flow that's in the main channel. Now, this particular secondary channel, it is a gamble for me to come over here. I have fished this spot numerous times in my life, and I have had far more skunk trips than days when I have caught fish. But I have caught some good fish over here. So it is worth the gamble to hit this spot occasionally. And with everything going on here with our amount of current flow, I thought, look at that drag pull. I thought today might be a good time to come try it out. First time I've hit it this year. I believe today's May 24th, I believe. 24th, 25th, something like that. It's Sunday. It's the Memorial Day weekend here, so it's going to be a short trip for me today. Once all the pleasure boaters get out of here, I'm gone. So I think right now it's a few minutes before 7 a.m. I'm probably going to be off the water by about 10 today. I think it's going to be a good fish right here, y'all. I think it's going to be a good one. I ain't felt no rolling down there, so I'm wondering if it ain't maybe a flathead. We'll see here in a second. Maybe a little longer. Because he's still not done. He feels like a good fish. I was hoping my gamble would pay off this morning. Sometimes I feel like setting up that filming light and filming an intro. Sometimes I feel like that jinxes me. But this morning I didn't do it. I thought we'll just do it while we knock out this first fish, and it worked out, didn't it? Got the intro done, and hopefully we're gonna get this fish up here in a second. I'm still letting him do his thing. I also got a different rod here today I'm trying out, not the one in my hand. The one over here beside it. I'll talk about it more when I get a fish on it, if I do get a fish on it. This fish here in my hand though is giving me everything I want and more. Man, he's a fighting down there. I really think it's a flathead. It is. It is. I'm gonna have to reel him up here a little bit closer as he's taking back off. Get him up here again and we'll put that camera down there on him. It ain't a bad fish either, man. If that's a sign of things to come today, uh-oh, there goes that other rod getting hit up there. Look at that. That's on another skipjack body section. That's a small piece right there on that rod. He's on there. Oh. I'll tell you what I'll do. I want to get this flathead up here, at least show him off to the camera here, and then we'll reel down on this other fish. There he is. Yeah, that's a decent flathead right there to start the day. So you can see right there, he's hooked good. That fish ain't going nowhere. So I'm gonna set him back here in the holder. And we'll reel down on this one and see if he's still on here. This is on that other rod I was talking about. Yep, he's on there. He's on there. Y'all, this rod right here, I paid $6.75 for this rod. It is a clearance closeout bargain basement, whatever you want to call it, deal. I was at Academy. I was buying me a couple more skipjack rods because I have broken 2 in the last month, just stupid stuff. And I saw these rods. I've got the spinning version of this rod. This is a Academy roughneck rod. I got the spinning version for my skipjack rods. And I saw this and I thought, you know, people's always asking me about cheap rods for catfish, and I thought this thing's like 20 bucks. I'll try it out. Probably not a very good quality rod, but for somebody on an extreme budget, casual fisherman, we'll put it to the paces and see how it performs. And I get up to the register and this thing is on sale. It's clearanced, $7.49. And I thought, holy cow. And then of course, right now they're doing this healthcare worker thing where you get an extra 10% off. So that knocked it down to $6.75. So I ended up going back and buying 2 more of these. Because they only have 3 total. And so I bought them all. So it may be a waste of money, but we're gonna put them through the paces. Well, this first fish on it here is just a little dink blue. Hopefully we'll catch something bigger than that on it to really test it out. But here's the rod again, this old Academy roughneck. You can see the guides there on it. It's kind of cheap. Stainless steel guides. If there's a weak spot on the rod, it's definitely the guides. The reel seat looks the same as my Ugly Sticks. The handle about the same. It's a 7-foot rated heavy action. We'll see. You know, those actions are always kind of, they vary per rod. Even one may say medium or medium heavy or heavy. There's a lot of variations depending on the brand of the rod. Let's lay in this little dink and then we'll work on this flathead over here. All right, y'all. Fish number 2 of the double. He ate that bait on the $6.75 rod there. So, yeah, we may snap that thing in half, I don't know. But so far, so good on it. Now let's land this flathead. Yeah, buddy. Not bad, man. Not a bad flathead. Find my pliers here. We'll get this hook out of him and show him off. I said to y'all, this spot's a gamble, man. I have fished this spot a lot through the years and not done worth a crap. But I have had some good trips here too, so it's always kind of a crapshoot. There he is. Nice, man. The colors on that thing. It's kind of a, I don't even know what you call that, yellow, brown, cream color. Oh, he was fun. Get on out of here, Mr. Flatty. There you go. All right, well, let's get us a couple more baits on there and cast out. We'll see what else we can catch this morning. There's the next bait there, skipjack body section. There that one goes. We'll get the next bait on there. And there's the bait for my cheap rod. That is just a strip of skipjack. We'll throw that out there and let it kind of flutter in the current. And there it goes. This cheap old Academy rod just handled that 8-ounce sinker pretty well. No issues casting it. So far so good with it. That new rod up there is getting hit. Let's see if he hooks up. I'm gonna reel down on him. That rod's a lot stiffer than my Ugly Stick, so he may have it. Let's just reel down here. Yep, he's on there. That's another one on that strip bait. Action here. This will be the 3rd fish here in 30 minutes. sun has about got the fog burn off over here. Like I said, I'm gonna sit out here till about 10 this morning probably, till the pleasure boaters come out. And I don't know if I mentioned it earlier when I was reeling in them other fish, but in the secondary channel I'm anchored down on 39 feet of water. There's a little hole here in this channel, and I'm anchored down at the top of it and got my baits cast down into that hole. This one here ain't gonna be no golly whopper. Uh-oh, that rod's getting hit too. There must just be something tapping at that one. Here's just another dink. We might actually get our bait back on this though. Well, there's that one, y'all. That thing right there is messed up, buddy. See if I can spin him around. His lips all tore up over here. His tail's tore up on that side. That and there's had a hard life. He couldn't even get him a free meal this morning. He's left our bait on here for us. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna toss it back out. When you cut these baits like this, and they strip sections like this, they bleed out pretty quick. Now if you use like a normal body section, like you see me use in most of my videos, it's kind of enclosed, right? You've got both sides of that, so it takes a while for the current to wash out the blood and the oils that are deep inside that bait. It lasts a lot longer. But once you cut it in like a cross section like this, the current can wash it out pretty quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back out there and see what we can do on it. But definitely if we get another fish, or really about the next 20-30 minutes, I'm gonna have to reel it in and switch it out, just because it's gonna be done. Oh, here we go on this rod. Oh man, yeah buddy, we hooked up again. Oh, he's wanting to swim toward my other lines. It's like they got a sixth sense where your other lines are at out there. I'm gonna try to, if I can, just steer him back over this way, because I do not want him getting in them other lines. I can't tell. This one here may be another decent fish, y'all. This is another one on the skipjack body section. This was a smaller body section here because it was smaller skipjack that I cut. The first skipjack, which I didn't film me getting baited up for it this morning, but it was a larger skipjack, so those hunks are a little bigger. Let's see what we can get. I think we're making progress on him up here now. He didn't end up getting in my other lines, thankfully. Sit back down over here. That's another blue cat right there. Another old dinkety doodah. He's gonna show out. He felt bigger than he was in that current. There's this another dink blue cat right there. That one there felt a little bigger than he was in that current. It's like I said, even here in the secondary channel where I'm at, it's a little bit lighter flow than what's out in the main river channel, but it's still, you know, compared to what we normally deal with out here on Tennessee River, at least the section of the Tennessee River that I fish anyway, still a little bit more flow. We just had all that rain there last week, and they've got the spill gates open at the dam above me and the dam below me, so moving a lot of flow through here right now. But these secondary channels, man, when they run in a lot of flow in the main channel, you can get in these secondary channels, especially the ones that's got a little depth to them, and oftentimes you do well. This one here, like I said, is a gamble because I have been skunked here a lot of times when I have fished it in the past, but so far so good this morning. Let me get another bait on here. We'll see if we can get some more. There's another piece of it. Let's send it out. Look at that rod right there. Look at that. There we go, man. Ooh, it's been a long time since I've had a bite. It has been a hot minute, y'all. It's been over an hour. It just kind of died out here. I've had dink taps. These little channel cats down there messing with my baits. Now, I actually just switched my baits out a little while ago. I put a headpiece on this rod. And it just doubled over there. Yeah, buddy. It's nice to get a bite again. I had so much optimism when I come out here this morning and immediately started getting hit, catching some fish. Like I said, it just kind of died off other than just dink taps. This fish is coming right back at me here. We're gonna get a good fish on that Academy rod. By gosh, it may not happen today. I'm gonna put them things to the test, doggone it. At $6.75, we'll get our money's worth out of it. Yes, here's another little dink blue, but it's action. Let's bring him in. Yeah, y'all, I switched out my baits. Let's get some fresh baits on there because I'm not going to fish, but maybe another hour at the most. And that one there ate a skipjack head. Oh, well, he's ornery. He's ornery, man. Let's get him out of here. That fish is going to whoop my tail. And the small ones, man, they just don't want to calm down. The big ones, once you get them in here, they usually relax for you, but you see that bait there, it's still good, man. It's still bleeding, got all that meat there on it, so we'll send it right back out. All right, y'all, it's about 10 o'clock right now. The pleasure boat traffic's actually not bad out here yet, but I am still going to go ahead and take off. I got some things I need to do today, and the bite has just been off here for the last hour and a half or so. There's just nothing going on, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off. But this morning out here, kind of took a gamble, you know, on this spot. It's kind of one of those places that's either hit or miss, and got a decent flathead there first thing, got a few dink blues, so I'll take it, man. That's how fishing goes. You just gotta take what the river gives you, and that's what it gave me today. So I had a good time out here overall this morning, and we'll be back out here doing it again soon. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.